Hello everyone, I have another replay analysis for you, this time playing against my opponent Raycliffe. We were both 1840, 1860 MMR at the time. Uh, I played with him this day already, and I remember that I lost. I didn't remember how, but he was playing quite aggressively back then. Unfortunately, I didn't have this in mind after we started the game, so I decided to deploy in a rather standard way. The start is not so bad for me because I have the tarantulas who are able to kill off those crawlers while they arrive. And I also bought one marksman to be able to help with the tanks because the one tarantula cannot possibly do it. But as you can see, I'm getting overpowered by the sheer amounts of sledgehammers and crawlers all on one side. So, unfortunately, the first round already is not going as planned for me. I'm able to snipe with my fangs the tower, but yeah, what will it bring me if my opponent has a ton of crawlers and still sledgehammers who will snipe me from a side? Yeah, let watch you die, guys. Bye bye. Was nice to know you. So, already a loss in round number two, but here, let me pause for a bit. The units drop are actually quite helpful for me because right now the opponent does not have anything that shoots up. Uh, so I could go for the Wraith. Of course, he can take the Phoenix or the Typhoon, but I hope that I have like enough chaff in the front. So I will be able to maybe distract eventually those units a little bit, so I can clear these things up. And also the Typhoons without the air specialization are not so good against the Wraiths, so this was a pick for me. My opponents went for the Typhoons because they are as well an anti-air, a good anti-wasps air, and a good chaff clear for the Fangs. And when we played together previously, I was harassing him with wasps all the time, so he learned the lesson. This time, those are not wasps. I didn't have the money for it because I wanted to raves. I bought some crawlers to snipe his tower because he did not defend it very well. And yeah, let's see how the round will go. Of course, the Typhoons will eventually kill my Wraiths, but I have this level 3 marksman which can kill them off if he has enough time. So yeah, I'm hoping a little bit for the debuff, which I got, and now it will be an easy clear for me. Yeah, look how much time they need to kill one Wraith. So, round number two went for me. So, I'm looking at the cards, and to be honest, I don't like anything in particular. Additional deployment would be probably nice, but lately I find a lot of joy building giants, so I'm opting to skip because I will spend the money in a different way. Now I'm placing the crawlers in here because I'm thinking, okay, maybe he will put some phoenixes or something that will be an answer to my Wraith. So I want those units to focus on the crawlers here on the flank. And I'm also building more tarantulas because basically I saw that the typhoons need some time to kill them as well. They are a good chaff clear, and I'm rooting for my marksmen to do the job with killing the tarantulas while they are stuck on my other units. I'm defending my flank against any crawlers, and my opponent put an arc light to shut up myself and my aggression. And yeah, here as you can see, how long it takes those typhoons to kill just this one unit. And even though the Wraith does not do like any major damage to those units right now, it is only supposed to clear the chaff for me and to make place for the marksman. And round number 3 is also a win this time. Let's see what comes next. Okay. I don't know what I've taken. Giant manufacturing. So my thought must have been, okay, later on, I will need some units to destroy those typhoons. And I was thinking about forts because they can go anti-air, use the shield barriers or rocket punch to destroy them. And I'm hoping to receive the necessary damage to counter the board of my opponent in this round. My opponent did shield. Very good and wise decision because with the shields, my Wasp and Tarantula won't be able to do anything major. And as you can see, yeah, everything for me is like very upwards. Sorry, very in the middle-ish. So if he would put a melting point back then, he would kill myself very easily. But my opponent is opting this round for Typhoon gameplay, which honestly I didn't know at the beginning, like what exactly to do against because you rarely see it. But yeah, my idea to put a fort was the correct one. And the upgrade, I upgraded the Tarantula basically to give it a little bit of health so it can stay longer against what my opponent is doing. And those Arclight. I probably should sell the crawlers. Oh, I did sell them. Okay. Yeah, and now you can see all the nice stuff, incendiary bombs, sticky bombs, which I cannot take because my opponent is already running the upgrades. So I took barrier because even though I will be taking the barrier on the forts, I wanted it a little bit sooner because it costs 500 and I don't have the money right now. And my opponent is doing even more typhoons. I unfortunately thought, okay, he's doing nothing with that side. I have the one marksman and some chaff there. So maybe I'm free to go to, sell something and put it on the second side, which I want to overpower. Uh, this was my weakness, and my opponent recognized it correctly. So this will be a major loss for me with the tower debuff. The good thing though is that the typhoons also take a massive amount of time to destroy my shield. So even though there is the debuff, I'm still kinda holding on. But look at them coming to kill me. Yep, to be honest, I'm quite happy with like how many of those units I was able to kill, given the fact I screwed up so much. Yeah, I'm taking the wasp swarm, hoping like to catch him off guard somewhere here, but my opponent predicted it correctly and yeah, put some units back there. Um, yeah, right now I have too much barrier on this unit. I probably should like sell this fortress and put the barrier on something else later on. Right now I'm taking it, and my opponent is running an interesting tech, acid explosion, to get rid of my forts. Um, so yeah, you will see how they will do in a bit, because the crawlers can go underneath my barriers. It is now up for the wraiths and the tarantulas to kill everything off before they acid the ground. But as soon as my forts will need to move, fortresses, yeah, they will be gone. But now, even though there is acid, you can see that my units are able to squeeze in those gaps a little bit. And now I think the acid will hit. Probably. Will he step on the patch? Yes, but I guess I will be able to kill him before. So yeah, acid crawlers are a nice idea, but not so reliable every time. And here I went for what? I don't remember. I was thinking about the arc lights to help me with the chaff, but I went for the saber tooths because they are a good damage dealer against those typhoons and also therefore for the rocket punch. Acid will be my problem later on. I started to add those crawlers in front of the fortresses because I was expecting my opponent to go for the melting point in front of this particular one because he has the barrier and is also level 2. So this was also why I've taken the rocket punch right now. But my exponent is going into the Typhoon carry game this time. Very funny one. And the wasps are still doing its thing as the chaff clear. Okay, rocket punches are doing its job, but now I get unfortunately overpowered. And the asset is starting to be a problem. So I'm already thinking on my head about a solution to this problem. And the one idea or the unit I have available right now and I want to take beside because I don't run the tech on the saber juice are the overlords. Um, so you will see me buy them just to buy the photon emission so my thoughts will stay alive for longer because right now I committed to it and even though there are asset crawlers everywhere I want to push this strategy. I want the forts to be my carry unit. And also, yeah, the laser sight marksman is a nice addition, maybe for a little bit later. And my opponent went for the rhino, which will catch me a little bit on off guard. I mean, I have those units there in the back because, yeah, I want to be prepared for flanking, but I did not. Well, I was not prepared for uh, 3 squads, so right now I'm just praying that my forts will be able to kill those typhoons before they snipe my tower. Fortunately, it does take them some time because of the marksman and that one chaff. But will this be enough? I don't remember who will be winning this round. I think it's quite even. Unfortunately, the photon emission is not working anymore. So yeah, this time it will be also a win for my opponent. But I know what was my mistake, and I think now I am in a good position to work with it. My opponent went for the scorpions to get even more acid. I went instead for the farseers because I wanted to once intercept some technology and two have some more anti-air in the back in case he goes for phoenixes or something like this. I'm also adding more wraiths because I need the stuff clear and I want my thoughts to focus on different things than killing the clawers. And I also using a missile because yeah, I'm not sure like if he will be adding the something else or not. So I'm just thinking, okay, let's be prepared. He instead is going for the double shot. I think is a very good decision because like his saber juice are way in the back and the double shot, yeah, will do a lot of damage actually. 20,000. Yeah, we'll be able to kill my units pretty easily. And here we can see I'm happy that I took the missile because there are still some units left because of the very good tech that is now available on the crawlers, which basically spreads them out so that you need to waste more time on killing them. Yeah, my marksman is trying to do its job. My tower got sniped, but I will snipe my opponent's tower as well. And now he has basically no good anti-air, and I'm able to squeeze out the win number. I don't know how many rounds I want. A win, basically. And this round for me is, yeah, basically all about upgrading the units we have. My opponent is adding melting points, which I was already prepared to face before. I have those wasps, which I'm using on my side because else they will die. But I also realized that my opponent has like those towers covered only by 2 pairs of units, which do a lot of damage because they come later on and they can use the homing missile a little bit better. So my idea was to elite recruit this round to get even more forts and deal with him from all sides. Yeah, and let's see if this worked. Yeah, so maybe another interesting thing, because I have the photon emission tech, the spell he used was not working, the EMP, because you cannot get EMP'd while using it. So, as you can see, the photon emission bought me enough time to overpower him this round, as well as those two forts, which basically attacked his tower unguarded. Yeah, so sometimes you do not have to worry about the acid if you have a photon emission response in mind. So yeah, sometimes you can force those big units.